Hi, I'm Martha Gilmore, and I'm the director at St. Paul's Day School. I can't wait to meet all of you in September. To the new families, welcome. I'll get to know your little one probably before I may get to know you, because that's what's really important when they come into school. To the families that have been with us last year and for years prior, first I want to say thank you so much for working with us remotely in the spring. Who would have ever thought when we said goodbye in March that we wouldn't be going back? You did an amazing job helping us help your child. Remote teaching isn't the best for little ones, but we all work together and we feel that it was as successful as it could be. So thank you for that. I want to talk to you a little bit about what's coming up in September. I'm sure some of you are concerned. I've also understand there's some spikes in Westfield with COVID. But rest assured, we're going to be doing everything in our power at St. Paul's to keep your children safe. During this summer, in fact, even last spring when all this was happening, I was listening to webinars, I was reading things. The state comes up with guidelines and new things happening all the time. So I'm in a constant stream with the state of information coming down, which I appreciate. In fact, yesterday, our state inspector came through and I had a chance to ask questions. So we feel we're in great shape to open school. When Governor Murphy announced that we were opening schools, I was so happy. And then all of a sudden anxiety kicked in. You see, I worry a lot. I worry for the safety and well-being of your children, and I worry for the safety and well-being of our staff. We want St. Paul's to be the best there is. So when he said it, it was great, and then my mind started ticking off the details, and I want to share some of that with you. In September, we are planning to open. You have made financial sacrifices to send your children to St. Paul's because you know it's one of the best schools out there. You have an incredible school system in Westfield, but that sacrifice you're making has done one thing, and many more, but one thing that is going to be helping us as we work through the COVID virus. Our classes are smaller than public school. They always have been. It's probably one of the reasons you chose St. Paul's. The children get more one-on-one time. The great thing is because we are smaller, we can spread out a little bit more and we can customize our classroom for social distancing. How do little guys socially distance? Well, I'm going to explain a little bit about what that means and how we're going to do it, because we do want them to still get an amazing education and have socializing with their friends, because that's what's so important at school. When they come to school in the morning, we're going to be sending home a questionnaire to you to have. And again, we'll have plenty of reminders and giving you copies, so you'll have it with you. And you may want to just go through the questions and get familiar with what we're going to be asking you each morning when you pull up. We are going to have our great car line. In fact, it's a great thing with COVID because we're going to be checking children before they enter the building. When you pull up, we'll be asking you questions. You'll have them, we'll have them, and we hope we won't have to use too many words. I may say question 1, and if you have it with you in your car, you can say yes or no. There are words on that chart mentioning COVID, virus, fevers, medicine, and we're trying our best not to use those words too much around the little ones. They don't all understand what this is. Some of them have loved that they get to be home with mom and dad for these months, but at the same time, we want to get them back to normal as soon as we can. Once that's done, and we do their forehead check, again, we have the forehead readers, and they have no fever, we're going to walk them into the building. They will immediately wash their hands under or use a touchless Purell dispenser, and they'll go immediately to their rooms. There's no congregating, there's no holding up lines. They will go right directly to their classroom. In that classroom is a portable sink or a sink with a bathroom. We've purchased portable sinks because some of our classrooms don't have bathrooms, and they will go right there and wash their hands. Then, as everybody arrives, they're going to be starting their day just like they always have. Meeting people, seeing friends, and please remember, they've gone directly to their classroom. We know they're healthy. We've talked to you. They've had their fever, their temperature checked, and they're with their pod or their nest or their class for the day. Same teachers, same children. Will we be spreading out a little bit more for seat work and assignments, working one-on-one with teachers, and having some projects to do? Yes. The 4s, the JK, and the kindergartens. JK is junior kindergarten for those that don't know, because I didn't know when I first got there. They will have what we have little tables, their own chairs, and what we call Aussie packs on the back of their chairs. In those Aussie packs will be their very own supplies. Nope, they won't be able to reach into a big bucket of crayons with their friends and pick out the colors they want, but they will have their own crayons now. Those little tables will also free up some of the tables that they have in their rooms, the longer tables, and we'll be bringing those into the 3s and the 2s to let them spread out a little bit too when they have seat work or when they have snack, so they can be socially distanced. Now again, remember, we've checked everybody when they came in, we've checked their temperature, and they've also washed their hands a lot during the day. They'll be washing their hands when they come in, they'll wash their hands when they go outside, they'll wash their hands when they come in from outside, they'll wash their hands at snack or lunch if they're staying, and believe it or not, they're going to wash their hands before they meet you in the car line to go home. Those are the state guidelines. So once that happens and we all spread out and are comfortable, we begin our day like we have always begun our days. They'll have routines, they'll have things to do, they'll be learning every day. The other thing too is they will be able to play together. It's one of the things I talked to with Debbie, our state inspector, and she said they've all been checked, the room is clean, their hands are clean. If they can wear masks, encourage it. Again, we understand they're little and they won't be able to keep them on all day like the staff will be, but they'll get to play with each other. Will those toys be sanitized? Absolutely. We'll be cleaning every day. I do want to tell you that we've purchased air purifiers for every room. Again, we're going to be opening windows. Please pray for really good weather through at least December, but we're going to be opening windows. But air purifiers will be running, and also with those air purifiers are UV lights. So when we leave the room, even to go outside to play, or we leave for the day, those UV lights will go on to help sanitize. That doesn't mean we're not cleaning. Our staff is known for cleaning, cleaning, and more cleaning. Why? We're working with little people. Hands on their faces, they sneeze, they do all kinds of things, so we want to make sure everything is cleaned all the time. So that happens regularly. We have the air purifiers, we have the UV lights, and we also have a cleaning crew that comes in every night. We're giving them a couple of extra things to do, but they really do a great job anyway. Will your children get to go outside? Absolutely. We want them to go outside. It's great to have fresh air. Parents who are new to our school, we have this amazing, large, long playground. It enables us to this time separate it so classes can go out, but again, they're only mixing with their nest or their pod or their classmates. We won't be all going out on the playground at once or mixing with other children. We also have a great space next to the playground, which is pavement, and our PODS group, the parent organization of the day school, who is our volunteer support, great community of people. I hope everybody gets to join this year. We'll be putting stencils down with Foursquare, hopscotch, and other things, so the children will have another place to play. We also are purchasing shade tents. Shade tents will let us have classes outside. Why not go out and have a lesson? We need fresh air. The older grades often take a walk around the block. St. Paul's is located in the best place in the world, across from the police station, and we have the whole corner so we can walk around. So all of those things will be going on, and that will be really keeping our children comfortable, feeling normal, seeing their friends, and enjoying school, because we want them to do that. The PODS organization over the years has done some great fundraisers. They've purchased iPads for some of the older grades for the children to use in class. They've also purchased something that I remark about all the time, and it's the touchless soap dispensers, touchless faucets, and touchless paper towel dispensers in our bathrooms. Someone would think that was silly. I loved it. Our school even stayed well during flu season last year, and I think it's because no one touches anything, even in the bathrooms. So it's a great thing, and they also purchased water filters, so when we pour fresh water, that water is purified and filtered. So thank you to Pods. They do some great fundraisers for us. That being said, we are going to ask your children to bring their own water bottles labeled with their names. They will be bringing their own snacks this year. We won't be sharing snacks. And we're also going to ask that when you pack lunch, it's well marked, and we will be eating in school for those who are staying for a full day. We really plan to have some great things happening at St. Paul's. You chose us over the public school system for a reason. It's a special place there. It's a great family culture, family community, and I would really love to welcome all of you. During the next few weeks, I wondered if you would be willing to come on to some Zoom meetings where I can get to know you a little better, answer your questions, and I'd love to hear your concerns because it will help us in planning for the future of St. Paul's. I will be sending out email invites. It'll be by groups. It may not be by age group. It may be alphabetical, but I will be doing that. If you can pop on and stay for a few minutes, that would be wonderful. Until then, I'm going to ask that you practice wearing masks. I'm also going to ask if you would encourage your little guys to try to put their own masks on. See the ear loop? Ear loop. You could make it a game. And then you can also make a game and say, how long can you keep it on? It's encouraged that they wear face masks in school. They will have to wear a face mask into the building in the morning. If they get into their classroom and they can't stand it, they can take it off. We understand that. Our teachers will have masks on all day. But the longer they can wear them, the better off. So if you can encourage it, please do, but don't traumatize your children. There's enough going on, and we don't want to add a burden to their little lives. So until then, wear your masks, socially distance. Please try to enjoy your summer. Get some fresh air, and we really look forward to meeting you in September. You'll be seeing an email from me shortly with some group times and group Zoom meetings. Thanks so much for listening, and I look forward to seeing you in the fall.